All right. Quick recap actually on the topic that we have discussed so far. So in the databases, we are relating with the Gantt spreadsheet, right? In the spreadsheet, basically what we do is we create a spreadsheet, and we used to name the spreadsheet, let's say table database table name, and we used to insert the data. Correct? We used to insert the data here. And in the database related terms, what we do is basically, in order to do this activity, you need to create this spreadsheet first of all, right? For doing this, what we have done is we have written a basic SQL statement here. So it is a create table script, create table and table information, and we have added clearly, hey, this is my field name or column name, and this type is integer, and this is a primary key, and my another column is name, whose data is varchar. It's like a string in Python, and it is 100. The limit of the characters is 100. So like this, we created a table, right, for this, and then what we have done is since we created table, meaning it does not have this information in general, right? And then what we have done is we tried inserting data here. So create a table, it does not have any information, but we need to insert, right? So for inserting, we created a like insert can done in two ways. One is a single row insert and multi-row insert, right? So when it comes to single row insert, so the query is like insert into. See, the key point the key point is, so the one which I'm highlighting here. So create table, just select create table. This is a syntax, and we are good. So create table name, and this is the thing. So if you maybe create I think you can take a note actually, and then create for multiple other let's say for example, think of a person, right? So person, what person has. So for example, since we are in India, right? So we had Aadhaar card, right? And we had a phone number. So those all are unique, right? So yeah. Anyway, so since it's a very basic thing, so we don't want to dig that much that much detail on. It would confuses you. But I'm giving a basic structure or basic tabular information, which would make more sense to understand. Because instead of learning complex thing in one go, so let us divide them in a single piece, and then understand them thoroughly, so that it would be applicable for the even complex tables which has large information, right? It looks complex, but originally once you understood this concept, right, so rest of the things are very easy, straightforward. Yeah. So what we have done is we have created table and inserted a single record here, insert into student table name, and these are the columns I'm targeting. And for these columns here, right, each position, the each for ID, for example, the first position value. So the first position one will go and sets into ID, and name and go and sets into name section. Age 20 goes in the sits in age section. Male, right? So yeah, male. This text will be the value will be sits in a gender section. So this is how we inserted a one single record, a row in the table. And with this, we have tried inserting multiple records with this syntax. The same syntax only. Exactly, there is no big difference in these two syntaxes. So what basically we do is, just that instead of colon here, you just put comma and put more tuples like this. Okay, so with in this way, we can insert multiple records in a single go. Yeah. Right. And since we inserted, so meaning we can see that we can relate that, hey, we had a table, and we inserted this information. Now you want to display you want to view, or you want to fetch the information of your choice, right? So for that purpose, we had a select scripts. So select and there are certain SQL concepts like select and from, right? So which would help me out fetching the information, and from which table, from means which location, right? So here, when you see select star means every column, right? Get all columns from table, right? So from this table, whatever the columns are there, not only columns, right? So columns, star means like select star means get all columns and rows from the table. So that's where we have seen this is a query, line number 23. So sorry, not line number 23. Yeah. So this is the one. Line number 12. So which would get me all rows and columns from the table, right? Yeah. And we would want to specifically fetch certain columns, right? So based on the, as mentioned, certain tables has so many columns, and we would want to fetch only we would want to see certain columns. Let's say, as mentioned, right, if it is having 100 plus columns today, for example, and you want to check the address as given example, right? So for that purpose, we can only fetch ID, student ID, and name and address. So in that case, what we can do is select star ID, comma, student name, comma, the location or address. So it would only fetch, so that when you want to troubleshoot or debug the information, right? So it would be very, very helpful. Got it? Yeah. So this for this we got everything, and when you want to do a specific selection, so here even I tried given different other things. So getting all the records. See here, the star means what? Get everything, right? Get every row and column. But there are certain classes, let's say limit class, where class, right? So which would had certain beneficials, right? If you want to fetch only the person age whose age is below 30, so the same thing, there's a where class help us. See, in general, this would get me everything. See, you just understand this way, right? So this would get you everything. But where means it will filter. You got it? It gets to everything, fetch everything, and where age is below 30. In this case, fetch everything, but whose age is below 30. And here, fetch everything, fetch everything, where the person gender is female. You got it? That's how it is fetching. And here, did you see this? Here, this is also fetch everything generally. This query, see, until this, what it does, right? It does fetch everything on, So if I, for example, if I put colon, right, and trigger this, for example, this fetches everything, correct? And if I just remove the colon, then limit 3, which means what? Hey, don't this time I need only 3 records. Those are also top 3. Only these top 3 records I need. That way, in that case, we can limit to 3. Select star from a table and limit 3, which means it would only fetch this 3. And if I go and click go there, yeah. Did you see this? This is how we are we are working on the where class, limit class, right? This is very clear, right? Yeah, we had a where class. We had experience in understanding of select store from, even this applicable for let's say, even instead of star you can limit to certain fields. Hey, I don't want to see all the fields or column information. So when I say fields or column, both are same. I'm referring to these names: ID, name, age, and ender. Got it? And even in this query, so you can also limit to, hey, I don't want to see star means every column. I don't want to see them, but instead I just want to see only name and gender of the person, for example. Then what you can do is you can directly do this, so that you will see all the record, all the top 3 records, but whose field is name and gender. This information only we are fetching out. Clear? Right. So this is very, very important. Okay. And certain things, right? So this is the basic like let's say when it comes to beginner level things, I would say, right? Mm, and for example, okay, I think we can have a practice here. Um, so where also we tried checking out filtering out based on the string and the numeric integer, right? Here, age and the female. So this also we tried. Select star from table whose age is below 30 and whose gender is female. It would see, star means everything, but now from everything filter only this. We got it? So where means what? So from everything filter only where the gender name is female. You got it? Yeah. And certain records, let's say, see, even the records, right? When you are inserting, um, let me do some other way around, right? So here, So here ID, name, age, and gender, right? So I'm just only let's say the person age I don't know, for example. So some person joined and some student joined and he don't know the age, for example. But I can update this age later also, right? You got it? Later also I can update. So for that specifically, what we can do now is we can keep null. You got it? If we don't want to, if let's say in Python none we have, right? So similarly we had a null actually in SQL. You got it? So what I want to do is I want to remove rest of the yeah, I think. And one more thing, so don't do mistake like this, because when you are doing such kind of things, right? Keep the query as it is, so that if you want to do one more time, you can still have the query there above. Okay. So here now what I want to do is now we had four totally. Yeah, four records or five records, for example, or four records. Now record number is five. Let's say name is Kumar Makala, and whose age is, let's say, 30 years, and whose gender is male. Got it? And here let's say I don't want to update my age, right? So just keep null. And if you do this, let's say, you got it, the record has been inserted. Now if I do this, did you see this age? When I do less than 30, only three people are there, so null and null it will not even consider. Understood? And when I go and select star from the table everything, now did you see this? So in the same information, so the person does not have the information of age. You got it? So even when you're working on the PG admin, so in PG admin you can directly write it, guys, here. Let's say if I want to update here, you can do update like this as well. Update, and there is something called save. Where is save option? Uh, Copy, paste. There should be save button should be there actually. Or is it auto save? I don't know. Let me redo this. Modify but not save. Or you want to discard the changes? No. Uh, Add row, copy option. No, this is a file saving actually. I'm sure about it. Uh, File saved successfully, but crap, man. uh, when you do this, huh? No, actually, manually also you can insert. Okay, that's what I'm referring to. Discard. Okay, so still, yeah. No, there is an option to do it, because even the columns are not logged, right? Once again, quickly let us see where the, yeah. Can we use this or to save a record? How to save a record in PG admin? Select select content of the SQL editor pane in the file. Select save to select save. Where it is control plane. I'm not saying anything. You are talking about this, right? Not this one. No, no, this is like file saving. No, this is a file saving. You're referring to this, is it? This shouldn't be this. mm, all right, no problem. See, but anyway, we don't make corrections like this anytime. Okay, so UI we don't use, but generally this here itself that option should be available. Uh, Copy, add row, inserting. Yeah, you can do insert actually. That is fine. For example, you can insert a new row. What happened? Add row. Okay. Oh, okay. It became null row. Got it. and I just want to delete it. Let's say record number 6. You can keep like this, but again, there should be an option to save, right? Let's say Naveen, for example, click OK, and age is, let's say 25 years, and gender is male. Got it. And they're saying like in the same place only it is there. Mm. Priyanka, which section of the place you are referring to actually? This one, right? Yeah, correct. Right. No, no, no. This is for file saving actually. So right. So generally, the data should be like there should be option here only general, right? So it's so weird that option was not there. Mm, okay. Oh, everybody, see, they had an option here, guys. th- This is very weird actually. So not recommended way of keeping icon like this, right? So icon should be save icon, right? Shit. See here. That's a very bad way of making a UI, guys, because it confuses the people, right? So yeah. Yeah. Now see, so we can update data like this. Okay, but in general, what we do is we don't manually update, guys. We don't manually update like this. So this is one of the weird way of doing manual things, because manual things are prone to errors. So we should stop avoiding it. Understood? Yeah. Yes, and then we have learnt a limit class. So limit class to restrict the number of rows to be visibly restrict. Right. This we already tried with multiple options already. Got it? Yeah. So next is topic 4. I would say this is like small. What we can say, it is above beginner level. It is like intermediate level, I can say. So and or and in. I would say and or and in. This is also filtering only. Again, it is used for filtering the things. Got it? So now what I want to do is, so you also aware, we already aware that even in Python, right, when to use and if you want to make multiple conditions to be checked, right? Let's say if there is two conditions, you want to make both conditions true, then only filter that data, right? So think about the scenario where here, so I want to, so here multiple records are there. Got it? And in these records, I want to fetch the records whose age is below 25, for example. So whose age is below 25 and whose gender is male, for example. You got it? If you see below 25, how many records are there? Below 25, only three records are there. One, two, and four. Record number 4. You got it? And in this also, one second, let me copy it. And here, this is a data, right? This is a table data. And uh, the task is get get all records, get all records whose age is below 25 and gender is male. You got it? Yeah. So guys, it's very simple. Since we already know how to make a what we can say, we already know how to get a records of whose whose gender is female, right? This query we already know. Yes or no? Yes, correct. This is a query, right? And here, see, in this particular use case, what we need to do, we need to get whose gender is male, correct? Yes. So select start from table, student table, where gender is male. Got it? And whose age is below 25. So how we can write it? And age is below 25. Did you got it, guys? Clear, huh? How to write this task here? Like this, even you can put multiple conditions also here. Let's say in this, what we are achieving. Let me do one thing. Copy it. Uh, I'll execute it for here, right? Execute this. Did you see this? Two people only. No, three people are there. But if you look at this, sorry, if you look at this, 20, below 25, three people are there. Record number 1, 2, and record number 4. But there is one more restriction, right? Gender should be only male. So this person is out. Now only you will have the records of 1 and 2. So that's where it got displayed. Is it fine, Nafis and Priyanka? Is it fine? Yeah. So this is how we had to construct. And even so, this is like filtering rows, right? So here we are filtering the records, right? Even you can put one more. For example, if you want to also check one more thing, let's say a and whose name is, let's say a name is, let's say John Doe. If there are multiple people are there. Now currently only one, right? How many people are there, John Doe? Two people, I guess, right? Yeah. Now did you see this? Even with the same query, what I have applied? I have applied three conditions here. Condition number 1. See, so you should understand this way, guys. Okay. So select star, you already clear that. It is clear that these are the data. And now what I'll do is I'll also let me update the records, right? Let me also update the record Smith, right? So I'll change not only this. Here I'll just change to John Doe, John Doe, right? And female and sorry, male. Uh, Change this to 24, for example. Okay, and go and hit save. Got it? Yeah, here. And if you look at this, it is clear that, see, this guy would fetches everything, correct? Clear, no? No, I just see, I put a colon and I highlighted it so that only this portion of the query will be executed, guys. This will not be considered now. Why? Because I highlighted. So whatever you highlight, it takes only that particular query. Got it? And now, if I remove this, guys, when you are understanding, right? Understand this way. You can learn this way. Now, select star from students where gender is male. If you click on this, so there are 4 records are there. You got it? There are 4 records, male records. Under 25, how many records are there in this? 3 records, right? Did you see this? Under 25, 3 records are there. How we can check it? Remove this colon, put colon here, so that you will get 3 records. You got it? You are seeing 3 records, right? And now again, if you put John Doe, so how many records with John Doe? 2 records. Guys, now did you understand how the query is getting executed? It is exactly executed backend in this way only. Now is it clear? So how you got these 2 records? Yeah, yeah. This is how you should fetch. When you are fetching, you should be very clear how the fetching operation can be done in the background. Yeah, clear, huh? Okay, got it. Yeah. So this is with and. Okay. Now let me also put one more operator. So this is and, right? You can also use or operator. This is with and for multiple conditional checks to check multiple conditions. If all matching, then only see and you are aware, right? And means it must match. Now let me see. Uh, Let me think of one more use case where whose age is 25 and a gender is male or female. Okay, so how we can check it? Now, second task, get all the records whose age is below 25 and gender is male or female. And this generally, see, currently, yeah, of course, male and female only two are there. So even if you don't keep also fine, but it's just for an example. Okay, so how we can do is, so let's start from student information where gender is male or male or no, we can how we can group actually. So I think we should group like this, I guess. One second, let me think. Where gender is male or female, got it, and age is 25. This is how we should group, I guess. Let me check it quickly, okay? Because these days I'm mostly, uh, from many days I'm using unstructured databases, so I kind of forget. Yeah, got it. Yeah, we're good still. Yeah. See here. So if there are multiple conditions, right? So we can also do like this, guys. Check it here. See where gender is male or female. Okay, and whose age is below 25. Now we are getting all. Now we are filtering all the records, right? Did you see this? Now along with male records, you also got the female record here. Yeah, guys, clear? Huh? Yeah. So this is how we can filter the records based on the certain conditions. And it is very important that we need to understand how this is working in the background. And if you don't understand, right, see, basic thing is select star query. It will get you everything. And for example, if you don't want to check it, for example, let's say, uh, sorry, instead of deleting it, you can just put colon here. So colon means end of the statement, guys. Okay. Whenever you had a colon here, for example, which means colon means end. Hey, this is the end actually, end for this script. You got it? Yeah. So did you see this? This is how it works. So when you run this, it would fetch every information, male and female. Like see all the information, right? 6 records. Because we don't have any other gender. Let's say, for example, let me insert one record here, record number 7, for example, and whose is, let's say, uh, Jasmine, some weird name, because I don't want to age is, let's say, 24 years only, for example, and gender is others. Okay, and go and save it. And if you look at this, in this particular case, right, though until this point, until this, if you exclude this, right, so it is fetching everything. But if you look at this, where gender is male or female, you got it? Now you are filtering, you are making one more filter here. You got it? The first filter is, see, the seventh record is gone. Why? The gender is not other, right? So we were only filtering gender is male or female. But in certain cases where you want to filter out other other genders, right? For example, let's say, hey, how many other genders are there? For example, not how many, but you want to find other gender. So how we can do it? So if it is only the one, actually, then you don't need to group actually. If it is multiple conditions to be checked, right? Then group it together. You got it? Yeah. And here in the gender section, say other. This way it would fetch all the records whose gender is other. Jasmine, we kind of updated, right? So now did you see this? The Jasmine is K mode. Guys, it's very important to practice on this queries, guys. It's really important. Otherwise, you did not understand. So for now, did you see this? How many queries we executed? Simply sit, try to write down, and even in this where with where class also, instead of star, keep only certain fields or columns that you wanted to see, and then start executing it. uh, when you're writing down the notes, right, be clear, since you understood the topic, based on your understanding, write a neat notes. That is also very important, and which would help you tomorrow if you want to revise it. So it is pretty neat for you. Got it? And I did really seen this from Priyanka's notes, so which is pretty detailed. Yeah. Okay. So this is with and or. So now you understood the usage of and or, right? So let me also use one more conditions here. Let's say or. So or can be used small or you can use capital O-R. Even and, right? These all are SQL, SQL keywords. Or gender equal to, I would say, I want to fetch others and the female, for example. So you can fetch this style. You got it? Got it? Yeah. And so this is when it comes to the concepts. So this and or we already had experience, and we know how to write a script in the where class, how to use and or, right? So next one is in operator. Okay. So or, yeah. So R word, see, when the R condition gets true, actually, see, R condition is what? This one or this. You got it? So both the cases, if gender is male or gender is female, both are fine. When it comes to R, right? So it would fetch this one or this one. But when it comes to and means what? So mandatorily it should meet it should meet gender is male and age is below 25. Yeah. So next one is in operator. Not sorry, not in operator, it's in class, actually, you can say. Yeah. So instead of using and R, sorry, not or, right? Yeah. Instead of and or, we can also use in operator. So how we can do in operator, right? Let's say if you have a specific thing in your mind. Let's say you want to check if the person age is, um, let's say, you want to find a person ID whose age is 19 or 20. So one second, let us go back here, and let's see if I execute this, so that I'll have information to see. And here we have people from 19 years, 20, 21 we don't have, 22, right? So now I want to find only people whose age is, let's say, 20, 21, 20 to 24, for example. Okay. Now how I can write this with the in class, right? So I can write select star from table name, right? Where age, right? Yeah. Where age in. So what is the number which we are targeting? From 19 to 24, correct? 19, 20, sorry, 90, comma 20, comma 21, 23, comma 24. You got it, huh? So select store from table where age is in this range. You got it? when I copy this, so what I'm saying is, when whatever the age which is matching with these numbers. So here, did you see it? So it is fetching only ages whose ages 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 and 24. That's clear, huh? So with this, what we get actually, we are getting only the record informations of the person whose age is exactly matching with 19 or 20 or you got it. See, instead of using multiple RR, right? Let's say, so this also can, for example, the above thing also, above select query also can be written, instead of writing multiple or, let's say RR. Instead of that, what we can do is where, yeah, who can tell me where gender in, where gender in other, comma female. You got it, huh? It's clear, huh? This one, just like the, so we should not write multiple hours like that. When you want to do multiple hours, better you do in operator. Did you got it? Gender in, let's say where gender in this, other or female, for example. The clear, huh? Yeah. So this in, yeah. So any confusion, guys, from here until here? All good? Molly, Molly, you're good? Okay. Nice. And any questions actually on this? Mm. Such range, huh? Range, I'm not sure, but let me see whether we can, whether there's option. Uh, let's say age 19 to, let's say, 25, SQL range statement. Yes, if something you don't know, you can you can find something like this. Yeah, you can use yeah, you can use something like this. When age is, oh, not this one. Once again. Oh, okay. So they had to use this way. Select some of case when age is less than above 18 years, and yeah, this uh you're trying. Okay, got it. So age in within class and all, we should not write like that. Uh, within class we should not write. In class we should write with a tuple only. I'm done. But anyway, let us check it later now. Yeah. No, there should be an option for sure, but we don't use it often. Yeah. All right. So this is one thing, and mm, okay. So far what we have tried is we tried understanding how to fetch certain records, correct? So we know how to we know how to get the records, but we are not changing anything, no. See, with this, okay, what are the select means what? Just fetch the information, and it would not modify the data. You got it? Now let us understand how to modify this, how to modify the data as well. Let's say here there are data, right? For example, you need to correct the data or you want to delete the data, right? So from here till here, all are I would say select ended, so that when you're, even I'll share this I'll share this file with you guys, okay? So that it would be very helpful. You can directly play with it, and better you can type it down, okay? When you're sorry, first of all, write it down in the notes so that it would be very helpful for you. Next, what I want to do is I want to try with insert we are done, right? We are good with select, insert, create, right? Now it is update part. Modify or update the data, update the records. Got it? Yeah. So how we can do it? So for this we have update script, guys. So update, the script is very simple. Update, where what you want to update? You want to update the table, student, right? Student info, update student info, right? Now what you want to what you want to change? Let's say Jasmine, right? So mistakenly someone is updated Jasmine to other, right? But I want to update Jasmine to I want to update the gender. Okay, I want to correct this out. For example, set, what field I want to set? I want to set gender field, correct? Gender field to what value I want to set? Let's say I want to set female, for example. Got it? I want to update. Guys, clear? Huh? It's very simple. Update, update and update table, female, and whose I should put where condition, right? Where what is the Jasmine ID number? Where ID equal to 7. That's it. You're done. You got it? Success. And if you just do a no, see, I'm just highlighting only the select star from table, right? It would fetch me everything. And if you see, the Jasmine record got updated at the last. Clear, huh? How to update the record? Yeah. And even in one go, for example, yeah, I think I'll do it later. Let's say whose age is below, for example, if you want to update now gender is like whose ID is 7, right? And if I say below 25, all I want to set every person to male, for example. Let's say no, that is a weird option, but anyway, we understood, right, how to do a update operation. Yeah, this is how we do. Guys, clear? Huh? If there is more fields to set, let's say you can put comma, set where gender is this, and let's say name also I want to update. Let us name to name equal to uh, Joss, for example. It sounds it sounds female name. Yeah. When I do this, updated, right? And when I select star from table, I just want to highlight this as well. And if you go and see, did you see this? One go, I updated both. You got it? So after set, you just mentioned no fields. What are the fields you want to update? Field name and the value, comma, field name and the value, comma. You just keep like that. You got it? Mm-hmm. That's what. Uh, mm-hmm. No, no, correct. See, you can change multiple, but multiple it's a very bad option because when you are doing it right, so you are corrupting many records in one go. So multi and all, yeah, correct. For example, let's say uh, if the name, let's say, think about the scenario, right, where if the where the name is null, for example, I'm just deleting it, save, and name is deleting it null, deleting it null. Okay, and if you see here there are three records whose gender is null, which means that it is not male or female, correct? It's none, correct? Now this particular scenario, this is one of the use case where you need to correct the records. Okay, hey, if the records is if the record is having a null, right? So keep them in a other. You got it? Other section. So for example, I think yeah, it is not a good option for gender case, but when it comes to an age, right? Age. So for example, if there is a age section, but yeah, no problem. Yeah, even the gender section, right? So whenever there is a gender is null, please make them as others, or for example mail itself. For example, let's say now in this particular use case, we are setting wherever gender is null, we are setting this gender to certain value. Now this time bulk. Okay, in one go we are updating 3 records. Let's do that. So again, what is the query? Update table student info. Okay, and what you want to set? You want to set the gender, correct? Gender to, let's say, male, right? Gender to male, where what is the query? Gender equal to null. Guys, clear? Huh? Did you see this? If you do this, this query is like ambiguous, right? In the case that it would update every record, but where gender is null. So since here there are 3 records, right? There are 3 records. So these 3 records will update it in one go. If there is no gender equal to null, right? Then it would set every record to male. Let's try that. Okay. For example, uh, I want to highlight this and execute. So what it does is it executed everything to now it set it every record to mail, and this is one of the weird and dangerous option, right? Because imagine if there are 10,000 records, you don't even remember which record is male, which record is female, isn't it? So if you click on here now, if you see every record is male and no undo option. Yes, once you update it in the DB, that's it. You're done. You got it? Yeah. And see for undo. Like there is no option in general, but what we do is in basically every 1 hour, or let's say it depends on the data intents, right? So we will take a backup of these records. We will take a backup. So we will create a this is a current table, right? So we will create a backup table whenever there is a record inserted in this table. So we will also keep we have a triggers, so that would pump down this, or we can create one more record there, or we can take a backup of this database itself. So we have this Postgres database, right? If you right click there, there is option to backup, correct? Now anyway I'm doing it manually. I'm doing manually, but so with commands also, with the shell script we can do it. So we can have a we can schedule it for, let's say, every 1 hour it will take a backup and dump. If in the real environments we should take a backup. Otherwise, if let's say some crap developer, if they made mistakes like this, then we don't even have any clue what happened, right? But in the sense, for example, if we have taken a backup of, let's say, every 1 hour, right? So what I will do is I'll check the records, I'll find the records, I'll take a backup of the current record, current time, and until yesterday, whatever the records are there, simply what I'll do is I'll dump it to the table. You got it? So that I can restore my previous records to the new one, new table. Did you get it? What I'm saying? I will wipe out all the previous records. Let's say I'm very clear that, so currently we don't have a field called created date, right? Created date is not there. So what I'll do is I'll add one more field here, created date, and which would tell me when the record is inserted. As soon as the record is inserted, the created date should be updated. Let's say today, if I insert some record here, right? So created time will be updated, and I will delete all the records whose created time is, let's say, um, before today, for example, from yesterday. So before yesterday, whatever the records are there, I don't want to keep them, and I will delete them completely from the database. So that what I can do is I can restore it from the backup database. Got it? What I'm saying? Such that I can have all the information in one go. Yeah. So that is a strategy actually. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Anyone? If you have, that's a good question, Priyanka. Thanks for asking. From anyone, any other questions? Okay, all right. So currently, did you see this? We made a mistake. So mistake in the sense, uh, we updated, right? So here I just chosen only this and updated. Every record is like a male now. If I change to female, let's say for example, everything got updated to female, right? Every person gender is now female because uh, we didn't put any condition, right? Here there is no condition. We didn't put any condition. Okay, so this is one of the worst option that if someone is doing like this, then it's really dangerous. So, but that's why what we do is in the real time, in at certain level, we provide access. Let's say right option, right access to the users, right? Let's say for example, lead. We can provide the access, right access to a lead, and the team members we don't provide access to the right operation, so they can only do a select queries. For example, even from the support team, right? So for support team, we don't provide update option actually, so they can only do a select queries. They can only use select star and all, and they cannot use update the table or delete the table. You got it? So these all are we will say there are certain policies where the person has certain roles. Okay, and based on the role, we will configure the permissions, read permission, write permission, or both, or no permission. Even select also no permission, right? We can restrict to the users. Got it? Yeah. So are you done? I think you're okay with this, right? You're okay with all the select query, insert query, and update query, is it? Got it. And and one more thing is delete actually. So far we know how to insert data, how to select data, how to update data, and finally how to delete data. Yeah, let me do here. Delete. So delete from delete from. See, if you want to delete from, right? So when you do this delete from uh, student info, for example, guys, what it does is it does deletes all the records all the records from the table. You got it? Again, this is one of the dangerous query. This cannot be undo. You got it? So when you do this delete from, right? I don't want to do now actually, but I'll do it later. So delete from here, delete from this table where, so let's say I want to delete, JAWS record, for example. JAWS is saying, "Hey, why Kumar, you're taking only me." So take M for example, right? Say where ID equal to 4, right? So ID equal to 4 is what? Emma record, right? So then highlight this, exclude this. Now, did you see this? Delete one. So delete one means one record got deleted. And if you want to check it, star delete, select star from student info, where an Emma record won't be available anymore. Did you see this? Emma record is not there here. Yeah. And now did you understood? So delete 4 in the mention like fourth record, where the employee ID is student ID is 4, and we remove that record. Okay, where ID now if you want to remove multiple, let's say where ID in, for example, if you say uh, 20, 22, and 24, for example. When I do this now, all these records, see, two records and these records will wipe out. Did you understood like how many records will go now? Four records will go now. And when I put a let's say where, but yeah, where gender is all all female only, so I cannot keep gender, right? So yeah, now if we do this, deleted zero records, where ID in oh sorry, yes, where ID in zero, where ID it's not ID, right? Where age, correct? where where ID in this because delete zero, right? Because it didn't deleted anything. You got it? Yeah. So this is because ID is currently ID is what is the range actually? I think seven only. No, seven records only be inserted, right? So that's where. Yeah. Now if I go and do this with I replace ID with age. Now delete 4. See, 4 records has been deleted. It's clear, huh? How we are doing the operations. Yeah. And if you see, if you go and check the table now, you have only 2 records, I feel, because 7 were there. One we deleted, IMO, and then we deleted 4 now in one go. Not 4. Oh, 3 record. Okay. So above that we deleted one, I guess, right? Yeah, here. Where it is? We have written. No problem. That's fine. So currently we have only 2 records. And if you want to delete every guys, and this is one of the very important thing that you should not use directly legs. Let me write somewhere here. Update. Delete start from student. Now, did you see this? There is no control over, right? There is no control here. Delete start from delete. Sorry, delete from table. What it does? Who can tell me? There is no condition. Without any unconditionally remove everything. You got it? Which means that there is no condition, right? So wipe out everything. When you do this, like your complete database become like complete table information become empty, guys. Don't do this. Okay? Don't do this until unless there is a need. When you That's where when you're playing with the modifying updating records, right? We should be very careful what record you're going to update, and you should have a clear information on you should have a clear visibility what you are what you are going to change. If you don't have a clarity on what information you are getting, what information you are going to update, right? So it is really tough, you don't even have any clue. So now, for example, after executing this query, which deletes everything, okay? So when I do this, your only table will be there. You got it? Table will be there. There is no records. Got it? But since we are capturing everything, right? So if you want to insert in one go, how you can do it? So these are already insert queries there. Just play with it. Insert 3 records. Guys, clear, huh? So any confusion on this, guys, so far? Okay, so what is the current expectation is that? Yeah, can you please go on mute, Priyanka? Yeah, the expectation is that, so whatever we have learned so far, right? So these things to be executed with your own hands, you have to write all the things and prepare your own notes. Okay, and since it's a festival here in India with Diwali, so I want to stop right here, and the rest of the time you can utilize it for your